It's Faye, coming your way! In case you missed anything, it's time to fill you in on this case. Turns out Fawles is our fall god.
Dahlia, Hawthorne. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million.
And Melissa's apparently a colorblind liar.
If I had been wearing a white scarf that day...
Certainly doesn't look white to me. You knew what this note said. She wasn't the only one who got the memo either.
One more person?
Dahlia Hawthorne. Who is Dahlia Hawthorne? Find out next! Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are.
Objection! Even you couldn't... Miss Faye, you're not saying...
But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl who was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Nice work. That's like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
Oh, it's a metaphor.
I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Witness, just who are you anyway?
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean... She's not Canadian?
Yes. The prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses.
What did he say?
Ha! It looks like the kid knew. He knew about her true identity from the get-go.
No way! But then, why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wouldn't have said anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade.
Let me introduce you to... the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
But I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see...
Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years?
That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Objection! Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute! For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at another murder scene.
Objection! Really, Miss Faye, your strategy is clearly obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you!
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fay, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
Huh? Ah! That wasn't me! It was this guy! This crazy coffee addict!
Objection! Not so fast. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man.
Huh. What makes you think they're empty threats, boy? Also, go fuck yourself.
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course, aren't I?
Nah. You've just arrived at the moment of truth. That's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me?
The rashness of youth. How charming.
This coming from someone younger than me?
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay, what motive would the witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne?
Motive? How about this? Take that!
What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke?
If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Fay?
Oh, that was the rashness of youth.
The rashness of youth? And what is your point in furthering such a stereotype?
The witness stayed hidden for 5 years, kitten. There must be a good reason for that. And somehow, it must involve Valerie Hawthorne.
Okay, one more time, Mia. You gotta read the court record more carefully this time.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fay, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie
Who's
Hawthorne?
running this show anyway? It's obviously not the diamond, or my badge. But look at my badge, it's so nice. It's not pink. Okay, what motive? Oh, shadowy Dahlia. That hairstyle looks suspiciously familiar. Where have I seen it? It's so unlike her sister's. Take that!
What is this? Did you screw up again?
We looked at the diamond already. Take that! It's as though I could see the words appearing in front of me as though they were written.
This is getting old.
Not like on a camera. Take that! The story starts after Terry Fawles escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently.
Objection! A terrific story, Miss Fay. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Fawles. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh, yes. I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Further. Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters.
Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes. I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia? But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. This kitten's got claws and she's going for your jugular. Shing!
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Fawles. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Fawles in the arm. That's when Mr. Fawles tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous!
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again!
Ha! If we're not allowed to fight, then let us twist some arms. Listen, we still got that info. That ace up our sleeve, if you will.
What info?
Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
That's right! It was a fake kidnapping! Terry Fawles told us that in the lobby! But that was already like 30 minutes ago.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia, and Valerie too.
Yes, that's it! The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia! That's her secret! Objection! You say that Mr. Fawles pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Fawles.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I ask that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible!
Objection! Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
Objection! But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference, Miles Edgeworth, nature expert.
You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness had testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Objection! Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fawles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Miss Edgeworth's explanation correct?
now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious!
Order! Order in the court!
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection! Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fawles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say, that's impossible.
Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. They don't say anything about a map being worth the same. Take that! The defense has executed a fatal error. Please press Ctrl-Alt-Delete to reset.
It's a fatal error, all right.
I was just kidding. Here's my client. Aw. And there's the shadowy figure again. Take that! Take my client, please. Take that! She's dead! Take that! It matches your jacket! Not that photo, the other one. Take that! Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Really. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
Objection! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over.
Objection! So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fawles had been shot in the right arm.
Oh.
And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Fawles throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible!
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally!
What? What is this?
Objection! Indeed! What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. And jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Objection! Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Objection! Oh? Then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. Take that! 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond.
No! It can't be!
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Fawles to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Why, that's simply ridiculous!
Order! Order! Order!
Objection! Your Honor, 5 years ago the witness was only 14 years old! Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in a kidnapping plot as well?
Objection! But she was a detective then! You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
And what do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Fawles, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note!
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne!
Who is that, laughing at a time like this?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you? Making my beard turtle.
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey.
What's with the caps lock?
You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Fawles and my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know.
What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something?
How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder!
Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject these assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it!
Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
Mr. Armando?
Come on now, Keaton. Haven't you figured out yet that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there is no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid the body in the trunk of Mr. Fawles' stolen car, and then went to meet him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Take that! Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Fawles.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Fawles.
Let's start project.